that's the thing, right? And everybody, a lot of people, even in our own masterminds that we know well, that have become friends and mentors, they're like, I don't know how you would do this.
Mhm.
And it was almost forced upon us, right? I had a consistent problem with acquisitions
Mhm.
to where I couldn't solidify that role. So I had to keep jumping into that role to go out and do sales, which is fine, but it's also time consuming.
Mhm.
And then we had deals that were coming in on the commercial side. And it was almost like we were put to the decision. It was like, you can solve one problem right now. What problem is it going to be that you solve? And if I had my way, I would have done both. I mean, in fact, we hired a
Yeah.
chief operating officer to come in to run that business. And then he was with us for about 45 days when we decided to shut it down, which,
Yeah.
that's a big, scary problem. Um, but the transition was, hey, you can only solve one problem at a time. I could solve the acquisition problem. It'll take me 6 months, or I could solve this capital raising problem so that we could do deals and pay us in perpetuity. So it was almost forced upon us, but we've been flipping for 10 years. So to say that we're shutting the residential business down and people say, well, how did you deal with that? Was it hard? It was very hard, to really trust. I just had a conversation with a mentor of mine this morning, and he said, the reason that I think you guys are going to be really successful is that you're willing to walk away from money, right? Because that was my comfort zone. It took me 6 years to create a comfort zone in that business. And now to put it down and walk away from something that's tried, true, working and creating a lot of income was very difficult because it's scary. It's a new thing. And we have to learn and pivot and grow through it again, just like we did when we started the residential business.